Greek Foreign Minister Nikos Kotzias, in an interview with ERT Public Television, announced that the Greek Prime Minister Alexis Tsipras will visit Albania in the early days of April. Chair of the Democratic Party, Basha, is in Brussels for the summit of the European People's Party, emphasising in meetings that for Europe, Rama means increases in the export of drugs, crime and illegal migration. Rama briefed business representatives today on the plan to shift all customs procedures online to avoid any need for physical interaction with customs officers. Good evening, it's 6 o'clock on Thursday the 30th of January 2018. Welcome to the English edition of Aura News. My name is Alexandra and I'm here to bring you the day's top stories from across the country, translated into English. The Greek Prime Minister Alexis Tsipras will hold the announced visit to Albania in the first days of April this year. Although the exact date has not yet been determined, Foreign Minister of Greece Nikos Kotzias said that this visit will take place shortly before Orthodox Easter, which is on April 8. During an interview regarding negotiations with Macedonia on ERT Public Television, Kotzias was also asked about relations with Albania. The Greek chief of diplomacy declared that the issue of the Chamorians does not exist in the Athens-Tirana negotiations before providing further explanation to this statement. If the Albanian side puts it on the discussion table, the Greek side responds by saying, "We will not discuss it, and that's that, discussion over," stated Kotzias. In the interview with the Greek foreign minister, he also gave details of a proposal made at the meeting last week, whereby, according to him, the Albanian Prime Minister Rama proposed that the Greek side prepare books for children of the Greek minority in Albania. Mr. Rama made a very good proposal telling us to prepare the books in Greek instead of them. I believe it is a good idea to prepare books written specifically for children of the Greek minority. I believe that this is another step forward, said Nikos Kotzias. The Greek Foreign Minister, Kotzias, also referred to the review of textbooks, saying that the relevant commission has been working since long ago and that the Albanian side is committed to making the necessary corrections by next September. Kotzias also expressed confidence in closing the Maritime Pact, stating in a definite way, and I quote, "We will agree." At the summit of the European People's Party in Brussels, the chair of the Democratic Party, Basha, confirmed the opposition's stand that the political solution for Albania is an anti-mafia government, which, according to him, will give the country free and fair elections. It is clear that the voice of the United Albanians, as seen on January 27, is also strongly heard here in Brussels, in the heart of the EU, in the institutions of the European Union and in the European Parliament. There is an extraordinary level of concern from European institutions and representatives of member states about the state of justice reform and the capture of justice, which is incarnated in the Tahiri case, determined Basha. Basha met with the EPP President, Joseph Daul, with the Vice President and Chair of the Foreign Affairs Committee in the European Parliament, David McAllister, with Commissioner Hahn, and with some other European officials. During the meetings, Basha expressed concern about the steps that, according to him, the Prime Minister has taken towards the capture of justice and the deviations from strategies to reform justice, which Basha accuses have occurred in order to protect the corrupt criminals. I have no doubt that partners have understood that, beyond beautiful words and propaganda, Rama represents the reasons why, after 5 years in power, we are exporting more drugs from Albania to Europe, exporting more crime and more illegal immigration. This is the product of Rama in relation to Europe, said Basha. During the meetings in Brussels, Basha said that the opposition supports integration, but according to him, the process is being damaged by the failure to meet key criteria. At the annual awards ceremony, the Golden Bee, the Prime Minister, Rama, informed business representatives of simplified customs procedures, which will be developed electronically within a few months. You will not see any customs officers anymore. You will not see them, really. Customs officers will go into the background, into offices. They will no longer be physically represented anywhere with customers. The whole process of relations with customs will take place electronically, without paperwork, without direct interaction with custom officers, explained the Prime Minister. The head of the government also focused on the platform of co-governance, stressing that it has already provided the first positive effects, evidenced with the Immovable Properties Office, where 35 employees have been prosecuted on the back of complaints raised by citizens. The second example, we have a problem altogether with the Immovable Properties Office. I tell you this thanks to the fact that a certain number of citizens who have remained at the doors of the offices for months, years, to obtain their titles of ownership, they now have the opportunity, spending only 3 minutes, to write to us via our platform. 35 workers have not only been dismissed, but also taken all the way to the prosecutor's office. This is the difference that we have achieved, said Rama. The Prime Minister said that the platform of co-governance, which handles citizens' complaints, has also revealed the issuance of unfair fines imposed by members of the Tax Department. The schools of Tirana have become some of the best allies of the Donate a Tree initiative, which will culminate on March 21st, or International Forest Day. About 100 students of Montessori and Protagonistas schools joined the employees of the municipality of Tirana to plant new olive and mimosa seedlings on the hills of the artificial lake park. A special guest appeared for the children, the well-known comedian Ermal Mamachi. Tirana's Mayor Erion Veliai considered the participation of young girls and boys in the city as fantastic and encouragement for this initiative to go further. We are close to our record of 100,000 trees. To join this initiative with the sportiness of Ermal and the public figures who are giving us a hand, like the former President Moisiu, and the little kids, I believe that we give a message that in this city we fall together, but we also get up together. Because there are more things that unite us than divide us. If we focus on work, more beautiful things will come to Tirana, said Erion Veliai. For the famous actor Ermal Mamachi, planting trees gives hope to Tirana, and he thanked Mayor Veliai for this initiative. It was a very special day, and I thank Erion for inviting me to feel like a kid again. It is a very hopeful initiative for Tirana, and I can hardly wait for my son to plant his tree, said Ermal Mamachi. Thanking the parents of the children who became part of the campaign, Veliai added that every tree planted in schools is also an oxygen source for the little ones, declaring in his speech, "I am infinitely grateful to all those parents and children who have become part of this campaign. For all the schools involved, I want also to tell the parents who are critical to the process that the trees planted at their schools are oxygen for their children, not for the municipality, not for a guy named Erion, and not for a guy named Ermal. Every tree planted at a school is actually an oxygen source for the children going to that school. We will continue to do even better jobs with this energy, love and passion for Tirana." From January, family members and businesses in leisure will pay a temporary fee for educational infrastructure. The new tax was approved by the Leisure Municipal Council at its first meeting in 2018, with a majority vote also passing the fiscal package and the budget worth 11 billion lek. Mayor Fran Throkai emphasised that the new tax was followed by the model of the municipality of Tirana, while the decision foresees that parents will no longer pay for a security or janitorial work. The meeting began with a minute of silence in commemoration for Councillor Alexander Ndoka, who was assassinated some time ago by gunfire near his apartment. The place of Ndoka in the Leisure Municipal Council was taken by Nicoleta Kola from the Road of Freedom Party. And that's the news across the country today. Thank you for watching our English edition this evening, and be sure to join me again every Monday to Saturday at 6 p.m. for the latest news from Albania. Once again, on behalf of Aura News, thank you and good night.